Welcome to Subramani. I've been accused of talking too much about retirement, but then I seriously think a lot of talk on retirement is necessary. For example, a friend of mine who's retiring now was asking me what should be my retirement strategy, and that set me thinking because there can't be one retirement strategy. Let us classify it for our purposes into three parts. Say 60 to 70, 72, 72 to 72 to about 85, and 85 to rest of life. So three parts of retirement. 60 to 72, it is assumed that all your faculties are all fine. When I'm saying 60 to 72, I'm talking of the husband's age. If the wife is 2-3 years elder, 2-3 years younger, doesn't matter too much. As a couple, if your age is 60, I'm talking about the husband's age. If the husband's age is 60, it's applicable to the couple. So maybe 60 to 72, you can live on your own. You're perfectly comfortable living there. You have adequate support. You have a driver. You have a car driver or Ola, Uber, whatever. You have a cook. You have a maid. So all those things are taken care of. At your age of about 70, you find it very difficult, or rather, you find it a little painful to do all the things yourself, and you find that the adequate quality of domestic help is not available. Your children are staying far away, which means for small everything, right from banking to ticket booking, everything you're on your own, and your partner is not so tech savvy. I've seen that when the husband is tech savvy, wife is not, or the wife is tech savvy and the husband is not. So they need them, both of them together, to book an Ola cab or to buy a ticket from Chennai to Bangalore or whatever. So at 70, 72, you decide to, at least that's my plan, is to decide to go to a senior citizen gated community where you will have domestic help available at a phone call. You will have somebody available for 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day. Maybe that is the time when you start involving some friend's son or daughter or your own children also into helping with your investments. So now you want to simplify your investments, right? So this is the stage. Let us talk about investments. At 70, 72, it's a good time to be buying your first annuity. I'm going to talk of three portions of buying the annuity. This is the first, or perhaps even the second. If you bought the first one at 68, the second one you buy it at about 72, 73. You move into a senior citizen home. So sometimes in your 40s and 50s, you go around looking for senior citizen home, but don't buy it till you decide to move. You buy in February, you move in March. You don't buy it, keep it locked, and hopefully one day I will move in kind of stuff. Buy the best that is available closest to you. It's also the time when you can estimate your budgets perfectly. I mean, as good. You'll be able to budget better at 72 than at 68, because 4 more years have passed. You have a better track record of how much you're withdrawing, how much you're earning, etc. So buy it closest to using. So at that stage, move into a senior citizen community where the average age is 70. Don't move into a geriatric care where the average age is 85. It will be very depressing because you are only 70. So move in there, try to get some domestic help, involve your children, involve your nephew, niece, friends, kids, somebody in investments if you don't have your own kids, so that they at least know what happens to your investments if one of you is not there, right? So make sure that your husband, wife, both of you know about your investments, what you're investing, and it's also time to simplify. At 70, if you have adequate capital, I think you can go in for one index fund, you buy an annuity, and that's the time when you keep some money in bank fixed deposits and maybe some ultra short bond fund, liquid fund, or things like that. So 4 or 5 investments are more than sufficient. You don't need anything more than that. 70 to 85 you live there, or 82, 83, because these are approximate ages. If the husband is 70 and the wife is 65, and the husband has dementia and things like that, and she's unable to take care of herself and him, it's time to move into geriatric care maybe when he's 75. But normally I'm assuming till 80 you will be able to manage on your own inside a gated community where things are available on a phone call, good quality domestic help is available, somebody is available for a couple of hours, somebody comes and changes the bulb, somebody cleans up the place, right? All that kind of help which is very difficult to find outside is available in here. You have your gym, swimming pool, library, whatever else you want. Netflix and social media today have ensured that there is enough entertainment. So this is the plan. At 82, 80 or 85, whenever, depending on when you need to, you move into geriatric care, where in case you need, there will be somebody providing even with the bedpan and things like that. You may not be in that stage, but somebody to come to your house, and if you're a man, maybe shave you, help you take bath, etc. If you're a woman, she comes and helps you with your day-to-day course, something like, and you also have food available. In your earlier senior citizen place, you had a kitchen where you used to cook, or you could cook, or you were eating out. You had those options, whereas in geriatric care, you don't have a kitchen. You just have 2 rooms in which husband and wife are living. There is somebody to help you with the food and some, because that is the stage when you're going to require all that. Now, not everybody requires it at 85. Some people may require it at 92. Some people may require it at 78. I'm just saying, so this is when my friend asked me what should be my strategy for retirement, I said this is like a T20. The first 6 overs are different, and the next 6 overs are different, and then the last 3-4 overs are very different, right? So depending on how many wickets you have, suppose you have only 2 wickets, then the 16th over to 20th over cannot be made to count much, right? Because you've lost too many wickets. Similarly, in the first 6 overs, if you don't bat hard enough, or if you don't hit well enough, or you lose too many wickets, then there is pressure during the other times how you plan. Now, one is, it sounds like procrastination to say, oh, I will handle at 85 or when I reach 85. No, that's not possible. You need to pencil out a strategy. You have to sit with your wife and decide that you will live your senior citizen life in Pune. Right now you are in Bangalore, but your senior citizen life, that is from say 70, 72 to 85, you will live in Pune. But after 85, you will go back to a warmer climate place like say Chennai or something like that, because which does not have a severe winter because you have knee pain, right? Something like this. So all these kind of strategies has to be broadly thought about. Then you can go about finding. So if you are 50, you don't have to do anything. You just need to know that there are 3 stages of the retirement plan, like a T20 match. First phase, second phase, third phase. When to take an annuity, when to take maybe a reverse mortgage, right? All those questions are very broad. So 3 stages of taking an annuity. One may be at the age of 67, 68, one at the age of 72, 73, and one at the age of 80. So say 1 crore, 1 crore, 1 crore. What happens when you take an annuity at the age of 80? You get a very high return, because the average age in India is 72 when you're supposed to die. So as an 80-year-old, when you buy an annuity, the rate that you get back is very high. So instead of putting 3 crores at the age of 68, you can do 1 crore at 68, 1 crore at 72, 73, and 1 at 80. So reverse mortgage, instead of starting at 72, you could start at 80. If let's say you're a couple without children, there is absolutely no reason why you should not be doing a reverse mortgage. You should do a reverse mortgage and take all the possible money from it as much as possible and spend it on yourself. Spend it when you are alive, fine. And maybe that money could be just lying in a savings bank account or in a liquid fund for you to meet some medical emergencies, if any, right? So your strategy at 60, your strategy at 70, your strategy at 85 are all going to be very different. And what happens at 85, you move into geriatric care and you live till 113 or 114. That possibility always exists. So another 29 years in geriatric care center, you never know what is going to happen. So you cannot sit at the age of 50 and say this is what I will do at 80 or 90, or say, oh, I'd be dead at 72. We don't know, right? So you need to plan for all this. Like I said, retirement strategy is in 3 parts, like a T20 match. But when you're planning like this, it helps you say, okay, I will take my annuity at 68, 72 and 80. I will do a reverse mortgage at 75 instead of 72. I will go on a world tour, I'll do this, etc, etc. Just on paper, a penciled plan is necessary. Then when you're actually 60 or 65, then you can look at the map and say, okay, till 72 I'm going to live here, 72 after 72 I'm going to move in here, then I'm going to move into this geriatric care. So go keep visiting, maybe a better option will emerge. Right now you think you want to spend your 70 to 85 in Pune, maybe a better alternative will be available near your hometown in Jaipur. All these possibilities are there. We never know what is going to happen, but you need to have a pencil plan. You cannot keep procrastinating, but you should not be taking action like buying a senior citizen home when you're 50. Buy it when you are 70. That is when you need it. So 50 to 70, why would you be saddled with an old building at the age of 70? You're much better off buying a new building at your age of 70 or 72, so that there are no forget the money part, there are no efforts at maintenance and things like that. So think about it, plan it, do it, but understand there is no one single investment strategy. It is broken into 3 parts. Thank you.